Chapter 24. The Miracle Power of the Saints. A moment with the Divine Mother changed the trajectory of my life from that second on. And so she expressed that the real battle is within oneself. That is where the war is won. She instructed me to face the monsters, vile demons, and shadows that live within my own self. As she said, the battle is always inward. The Mother expressed that if I wanted to succeed, divine grace responds to one's own vibration. And so I would need to raise my personal vibration even higher. The Divine Mother said that upon the inner journey, we find our true power, and how the universe doesn't only listen to our words, but it obeys our frequency, which stems from our heart center and ripples outward. As I took a moment of silence to ponder, it seemed everything in the outward was a manifestation or reflection of the inner world. So then who were these monsters? The shoulders relaxed as I loosened the jaw. Although there was much hypocrisy in the outward world, it seemed that from the Divine Mother's instructions, however I choose to act would be reflected outward like a mirror. But how could one person's inner influence affect the outside world? Before anything else, I wondered where I was most stuck within my own body, spirit, or mind. Then, before I could pick anything in particular, I felt where so much of our masculine world had been twisted and knotted on the inside. O great Mother Rose, from your instructions, I understand how our outward reality is based upon what occurs inwardly, and this happens through a sort of invisible current or inward energy. Sometimes I feel stuck when I identify with feelings of anger, sadness, or rage. And so I wonder, can I heal and unknot this energy with prayer, meditation, or physical movements? Or how do I purify and release these aspects within me that are fragmented? What a great question, you ask. And so it is forgiveness that heals us deepest on the inside. Notice how forgiveness has nothing to do with how another may have hurt us, or the pain someone else may have caused us, but rather, forgiveness allows us to heal our own inner storyline, which brings the purity of our spiritual potential to its fullest essence, said the Mother of the Roses. How is this so? Let us examine the power of our soul, which stems from the root of who we are at our innermost level. In Latin, this was known as virtus, meaning the fundamental courage, excellence, and virtue. And when this is at its fullness, it gives rise to a sort of supernatural miracle. This virtus could be thought of as moral integrity, which represents the power of God that has worked through saints to perform miracles. And the term suggests that pure virtue is not merely avoiding evil, but possessing the real, spiritual power to do good in our world. If we are to possess such power of miracles that are seen as impossible on the earth, then forgiveness is one of those miracles, and it is the great gate that leads to the inner excellence of our soul. When we can forgive those who hurt us most, you will access the power to the greatest miracles, said the Divine Mother. O Mother of the Rose, tell me more about how to unlock this virtus, which you said is the saintly power of miracles. It stems from within the habits deep within, which relate to our inner world. And once we begin to unlock and unknot the places where we are stuck, so this miraculous power of our spiritual potential unfolds. Jesus was known to have walked on water. Saints have been caught levitating. Yet real power does not come from commanding control over the outward world. It comes from tuning into the soul within, which is truly miraculous. There is a force that has an inner knowing, as some call it our intuition. And once we listen, we learn that there's a spiritual source which possesses the willpower of excellence and good character. When our actions are attuned to this center, we create vibrations of excellence which cause brilliant chain reactions, said the Divine Mother. But I feel so much anger when I see the men and women in power as they pretend to carry out the will of God while they mislead the true religious followers. They lie, cheat, steal, and deceive the entire world. The men and women in power dominate the earth, and they are not virtuous, but rather they are most selfish. They will create chaos across the planet, starting wars and manipulating the markets for their own self-interest. Even my cousins and family have been persuaded by such earth monsters, and the more they dominate the land, the more I fear where our world is heading. Please, can you help me understand the power of this hidden source of miracles? The virtus is Latin, while others have discovered gnosis. As these concepts reach into the root of Christianity, as it is the light of Christ that dwells within us. It is also the living flame of Sanatana Dharma. It is the discovery of the Buddha. This is the foundation of the Quran, the secret science of the Sufis, and it is woven within the magic of the Nordics. Virtue is not separate from the wisdom of Hermes, Milerepa, Mohammed, the saints, the apostles, Confucius, or any of the prophets, but rather it all points us back to our innate excellence by behaving with virtue, she said. But what is the miracle? You speak of a force from God within us. How can we have control over what is not ours to control, especially when the earth monsters cannot be trusted? You speak about correct action and virtue, as if it is our responsibility to enliven it. But what happens when others do not obey this? Evil may have its hour, but God created the day. The miracle occurs through courage under pressure, by mastery of the self, and this can only be accomplished through honorable action and moral integrity, which is proved by how one lives. This is not passive goodness, by which you sit in a pew to meditate or pray, but rather this is active greatness, even when the world is overrun by vile wickedness. Only the virtus can bend fate, she said. What do you mean, bend fate? Men and women of the material world are predictable. They honor wealth, status, fame, and try to shape the world around them to gain authority and influence. But they cling to the worldly things that are subject to dissolution, whereas the only thing that lasts forever is the impact you give away. So offer all of your love and talents, because death will take all the material things you have gained. Men and women who commit their lives to such things as money, status, authority, or fame will all find the same fate. But those who devote their lives to the discovery of the virtus are set to discover the miracle of love that awaits. Those who live with pure hearts do not cease when the body dies, but rather their impact lives on forever, and so they too eternally resonate, she said. It was difficult to understand what was hidden, but as far as I knew, if anyone moves away from the Divine Mother, something must be deeply wrong, because the discovery of the Divine Mother is very rare in today's world. Thousands of years have passed where we have forgotten her, and every so often her essence emerges through human form. To be in tune with the Divine Mother means you have to abandon your selfish desires completely. You have to turn inward and obey the soul, which means turning away from the typical human teachings. It takes a lot of courage and bravery. What did you mean about fate? I asked. God can change fate. Believe that miracles can happen. And to align with this, cultivate a life of virtue, and you will find yourself living in tune with the selfless essence of devotion," said the mother. "But mother, there is a battle. Do you wish that I storm the gates of earth with a sword? Do you wish violence upon evil? How can we fix this world without sinking down to the lowest levels of evil? O Divine Mother, what do we do about these terrible wars? Look inward, and I will show you the door. Let us come back to the power of forgiveness, which is the secret gate that leads us forward. We must have mercy for those who are poor in spirit, for they are trapped in a prison and cannot escape. When we forgive those who hurt us, we allow ourselves to cut tie with another person's wicked behaviors. And if you can forgive even the world's most notorious and heinous criminals, you will be ripe to receive the power of God's miracles," said the mother. "Then with you as my witness, I wish to try the power of forgiveness." Within an instant, the Divine Mother revealed a vision which perplexed my human mind. And there I saw a projection of the whore of Babylon, with my own spirit that had been born throughout all ages, and this connection within myself had cheated upon the Divine Mother right before us in the courtyard. To many, this was the fatherly figure who had tried his best, but had given in to the desire of lust. And so we witnessed what so many men have committed in secret. Man cheated upon the Divine Mother when he abandoned her to have sexual relationships with the whore of Babylon. Again and again, the masculine among us crept out in secret to fulfill our lustful desires with the whore, as man turned his back upon the mother and her children. And as I watched, I felt my inner world panic when I could not breathe. There was such a deep wound, knowing that the feminine and masculine energies of our world committed such an action, as it went on to ripple out and harm so many. I felt it so deeply as it crushed my inner spirit. But still, as I looked up to the Divine Mother, she was unfazed as she held her arms together in prayer. There I saw compassion, love, and forgiveness extended out from her heart towards the masculine and feminine cheaters. O Divine Mother, I love you so much that I must address this behavior so this pain doesn't break us apart. I feel that I must do something, and so I went to face the spirit of infidelity within the human species who abandoned their family as they cheated upon the Divine Mother. There I entered the vision to tap the spirit of infidelity within our world upon its shoulder. I want to talk with you because I want a healthy, trustworthy, and honest relationship with you. This isn't about attacking you or judging you. I want to be able to trust you, and I'm bringing this up because of something I've been holding deep within for a long time, and I can't pretend it doesn't affect me and our family, I told the spirit of infidelity. This spirit embodied both the masculine and feminine vision of our potential, who had been misled by the whore of Babylon, and so the spirit grew tense upon my first words. I paused long enough to let it land. I paused long enough to let the words land before I spoke again. And so, this is what I've observed. Over the years, I've noticed patterns. Sometimes you'd use excuses to slip away briefly, and I never really knew why I felt such a lack of presence. I've also been aware for years that you've had other relationships outside of your marriage. I paused. Then a moment later, the spirit of infidelity spoke their denial and said, "What are you talking about? I've never ever had a relationship with the whore of Babylon." I'm not asking you to confess, repent, or explain. The reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to know how it affects me and what I will and will not allow in my life. Over time, as these hidden relationships have grown more apparent, no one knows how to approach it because we love you and appreciate all you've done for us. And when it comes to us children, I believe we're all aware of it. And even if we tried to look for evidence, none of us would know how to process it, and it would only drive us into rage and anger. Yet I've been feeling it for so long, and holding this in has been really heavy. It makes me feel tense, confused, unable to trust you, and I even feel used. It's felt so heavy that I can barely be near you sometimes because of how awkward it feels that this is under the surface. It's affected all of us, and at the same time, I want you to thrive, and I believe with my whole heart that you've always tried to do your very best for our family. Not being able to trust you has become so heavy and draining. I feel sad because this hidden life of yours isn't secret. It's felt by so many under the surface, and we have to pretend like no one's aware, I told the spirit of infidelity. The spirit was shocked to hear me address it, and it began to explain how they hadn't and wouldn't do anything like that. But then I expressed in detail what I had seen and felt based on what the Divine Mother showed me to express the exact details of past incidents. Just then, the tone changed to defense, and things began to wobble, and so I spoke out. I'm not asking you to admit anything. I'm just telling you how this has affected me and what I need going forward. I just want you to know that this act was not harmless, and I'm here to open my heart to forgiveness. Again, there was a sort of defense to which I opened up to hear what they needed to express, and so I responded, I'm not here to attack you. I'm here to forgive you, and I don't want resentment to grow between us. I want to be able to trust you, but right now, I don't know how to. That's when I stopped talking, and silence did the work here. And once the spirit of infidelity tried to minimize their behavior, I expressed, I hear that you didn't intend to harm anyone, but the impact is real, and still, I choose to forgive you. The spirit of infidelity said they were going to change moving forward, and they said that they were going to prove how they could turn things around. This is the spirit that so many of us know, a spirit that gives years to support the family, to work and to provide safety. The same spirit gives us a home and food on the table and tries to ease our worries. There is so much love between us, and whether it is the mother or the father or a friend of our families, we have been given great life possibilities because this is also the spirit of our child's hero. From here, the discussion shifted into love as we inspired each other to be our best examples. I'm here because I forgive you, and I want you to know that I love you. I look up to you, because within my heart, you've always been my hero. In that moment, the vision with the spirit of infidelity among the church courtyard faded from view. Now the mother was here with the roses when a different type of tears came into view. Have you ever noticed that the Earth planet takes everything in, no matter if it's tears of grief or heartbreak? The Earth herself finds a way to absorb all the tears into the land of the living. Even joyful tears exist, and so the Earth can transform our tears into the most exquisite flowers. Oh, I cried for a world lost in lust, for I was here with the rest of us, and with all the different types of tears we've cried over the years, now came the tears of forgiveness. I forgave the spirit of infidelity, since it was no different than the lust and lies within me. I forgave the woman who seduces good men and leads the masculine men to become untrustworthy. I forgive the issues of lust, as it yearns to know true love, and I pray that the miracle of forgiveness reaches into the hearts of all of us. In a world where loyalty is rare, I forgive those who take advantage of us as we live with open hearts. Why the sensitive soul seeks to open to the world, and I forgive those who take advantage of our kindness and really hurt us. In an age where everyone is out to level up, to grow their businesses and become famous, I forgive those who don't know how much cheating hurts our souls when we all crave love. I forgive those who are selfish. I forgive those who cheat and lie. I forgive all of those who have hurt me, be it on purpose or accidentally, because from this day forward, I clear myself so that I may be in service of the gift of the Spirit of all life. Within each of us, there is the virtue and honor of our spiritual center. And what will this earth look like if instead of blaming someone else for their bad behaviors, we take it upon ourselves to forgive them, to release them, so that we can uplift our world together? The pain may persist, and the hurt may not be overlooked, but if we clear the places where we are blocked within, then I believe that pure miracles can flourish. Soon there will come a time when you can feel someone's pure presence as they walk on by. And who will you be as you notice them? Will you yourself hold the pure vibration and smile? Will you have also guided our soul to reach the highest? Oh, don't give up on this world. Remember that we're all doing our best. Just then, I noticed a water fountain in the back of the church's courtyard, which reminded me of a space beyond this world. And then a moment later, my awareness dove into the space between two thoughts. Once we touch the shore of the divine water, we are really heading inward. And so this chapter was a pathway of what is called nonviolent communication. First, we begin with observation, to notice what is arising. Then we transition to what we are feeling. From feeling, we are led to contemplate upon past occurrences and incidents to support our communication, which allows us to create the proper boundaries. We aren't here to prove anything, but rather, with the nonviolent communication method, we take charge to establish what is needed, in hopes it can lead to forgiveness. Going forward, I will continue to inspire men and women to become virtuous, with or without words. And when we are inspiring the pure potential within and around our world, then we touch the shoreline between worlds. And as I gazed upon the union of transcendental knowledge, I knew this was a fresh moment forward. And so, I leapt all the way in to the wisdom of virtuous action.